What's up, guys? This is the Wolf here. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, giving it a full review rundown. So my expectations, honestly, I've been thinking this is the only Marvel movie this year that is bulletproof. I love the first two Guardian films. They're amazing. James Gunn has been involved with some awesome movies almost my entire life, with Slither being a fan favorite. You know, he did do movie 43, which I can only watch the Hugh Jackman skit. That's fucking golden to me. With the, you know, but he also wrote Scooby-Doo script, which is timeless in my era of growing up, you know. But he also worked on some of Dawn of the Dead. I think he like co-wrote with that. But prior to the Guardians films, I've only known James Gunn for Slither, essentially. I guess he made a couple not rated short series episodes with this PG porn series. It did have Nathan Fillion in it, so that was kind of that was pretty entertaining, I'll have to say, but it's basically just a parody on porn. He did do Super, which was a crazy fun movie. If you're a fan of The Office, you need to see this one, because it's just that it's Dwight. It's Dwight in the fullest setting that you can imagine. But what am I saying? I'm saying James Gunn is a mixed bag. And this is most definitely not the best Guardians film of all time, you know, with the first one being flawless and Volume 2 adding a little more depth. Maybe not for everyone, but it was a solid movie, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. If anything, 3 is on the same level as 2, but depending on your love for animals, this could be leagues above Volume 2 for some people out there. FYI, I want to put it out there that some have been pointing out that this is the first Guardians film where James Gunn was the sole writer versus having 3 for the previous films in the trilogy, so that could be an underlying reason why some of the lines they don't feel like they hit as much as the previous 2 movies. But you know, at the end of the day, the movie isn't filled with woke segments. The actors blend maybe the best that they have in the trilogy. Yes, there are pointless scenes that obviously are there to drive the plot, and it's obvious, but not detrimental to the film in any way. There's also some short, brief comedy bits, but if I'm being honest, Guardians were from like the get-go the best at mixing the comedy and the serious plot lines. Is it done the best here? No. Is it the worst? No. I've seen some point out Taserface from Volume 2. That was a cheese line, I'll admit, but that was kind of like the Guardian style, you know? If anything, I think the humor matures a bit, which is kind of cool. With the heart-wrenching plot for this one, I was a sucker, bro. It was sad. I love the actors, minus Adam Warlock. I think they have yet again downplayed another great character. Not as nearly as bad as MODOK's dick jokes, but still, Adam Warlock should have been a good focus if you're going to include him at all, you know? Seems James Gunn kind of rushed through his character. The main villain has been getting a lot of press as well. I think he did a good job. I wouldn't say he did better or worse than Jonathan Majors, his Kang, but his style wasn't as flat as Kang. I'll give him that. Kang was much more monotone, I feel, in comparison to this eccentric take on the high evolutionary. Only downside is I feel he was a little underpowered, but that's just me. Perfect opportunity for Adam Warlock's fight. That could have been so dope, and then finish off with, you know, each of the Guardians finishing them off. But that's my only complaints. The movie is worth the price of admission. I recommend it. But really, it all depends on if you enjoyed the first 2 movies. If you weren't the biggest fan, or you're tired of Marvel's comedy bits striking through at odd times, then this movie might be disappointing to you. But still, it's worth the watch, I feel like, I'd say. With not much coming out until Fast X, which is a hit or miss on some people as well. I'm curious how this movie's going to do at the box office. It needs about $375 million. It's at $289 million as of right now. The theater's taking an additional 50% of that, so they're sitting at 144. So a little under halfway, essentially. So they got a little ways to go. Definitely going to see how this pans out in the coming weeks. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join the Wolf Pack. Peace.